Thank you, David. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the exercise stadium and a night in North Yorkshire on which Harrogate will look to build upon a mini revival and make it 3 successive wins in the league to take them into the top half of the table. A run of wins that has been built on defensive solidarity as they've strung together 3 clean sheets in a row. Never before have they kept 4 in succession in the EFL. For Crewe, hope that they can build upon victory in their last game 9 days ago, which brought to an end a run of 5 games without victory. Table toppers and League Two's early pace setters back in September, but now holding on precariously to a place in the top half, and it is a place they will lose if they are toppled here tonight. Holacek steps in. It's the challenge of Muldoon very neatly indeed and spreads the ball out to the right-hand side. There's Tommy O'Reilly, really good in these type of situations, and he looks to have a crack at goal here. Bobby Faulkner in the way. It's going to be a test, isn't it, for Jack Evans slotting in at left-back tonight up against Tommy O'Reilly.
Yeah, I'd imagine the news probably only filtered through late that you were going to have someone deputising a midfield player at left-back, but absolutely have a go at him. Got to be front-footed.
Cross from Smith, looking for Muldoon! Perfect start for Harrogate. And he's at it again, Jack Muldoon. The rich vein of form continues, it's 3 and 4. And Harrogate could not have made a better beginning to the evening.
Well, you just knew when the ball was travelling left to right. He's made a career of that. Absolute hero in these parts, and he's not going to spurn such a simple opportunity. The initial ball into Muldoon, so he's involved in the build-up as well. Nice little cute header, gets on his bike into the 18-yard box, and he's just completely left. Hutchinson just switches off badly. No centre-half in the vicinity either, and that is the most simplest of finishes.
So Harrogate have never beaten Crewe. Is this the night when it might just change? And it comes, and it's headed away to the edge of the area. Duke McKenna lining up the effort, an effort which he saw blocked by Holacek. And Belshort having to deal with this, and it's all got a bit clumsy for Harrogate. Slip by O'Reilly, and a slip which prevented him from capitalising on that situation.
He played the percentages there, Mika Dimitriou. It was a nicely angled ball, and it just caused havoc. Belshort probably made the wrong decision coming for that, and it was the loss of footing from O'Reilly, which did for him. Good opportunity with his quality to shoot.
Cross comes in, it sails over the head of Connor Thomas, and then the effort over the top, a presentable opportunity.
Yeah, and given to him by the right back. Burrell has to do better with this, doesn't sort his feet out, just watches it strike him, and on the swivel, got to do a little better than that.
And Muldoon looking to shift it out to Duke McKenna, but it's a cheap turnover of possession. And Burrell looks to nod it back to Belshort, unable to do so, and it hands Crewe a very cheap corner.
A couple of mistakes in quick succession from the captain.
It's a rehearsed routine, and it's so perfectly executed. Well, we thought the threat might be from a headed goal, but instead it is Rhys Hutchinson who wheels away. Delightfully taken. Plenty of time on the training ground going through that, and that makes it all worth it.
A complete shock, I think, for Harrogate and their back line as they set up. There's probably a little bit of anxiety there, given the way they're conceding from deliveries and headers. And it's just a beautiful little set-piece routine. He peels off from the back post, really, and gets completely free, and then executes the most delicious of chips. Belshort can't get up off the ground. I'm not sure he'll want to see that again. Grasping at thin air, but credit Hutchinson. Lovely touch from the fullback.
Crewe makes his move and he looks to help it on. Scrambled away. Harrogate could do with half-time, you feel. 3 minutes will be added on at the end of this first period. Well, there was a bit of a coming together inside the penalty area a couple of moments ago. Bobby Faulkner involved on James Golding. Now, if we had VAR at this level, Sam?
Not sure too much of a touch on the first kind of action, but maybe the follow-through. Definitely worth the shout.
30 seconds that feel a very long 30 seconds for Crewe here as they wait for O'Reilly to be sent back onto the pitch. Lancaster touches it infield neatly to find Billington. Now March. O'Reilly back on the field as March twists inside Faulkner now, looks to go back around the outside. Faulkner comes in with a heavy challenge, flick towards goal. Over the top it goes. And it wasn't too far away from Lancaster. Crewe are knocking on the door, but they cannot find a way still to get themselves in front.
Really good move. Billington did excellently, and I just thought Josh March had overdone it here when he checked back onto his right side, but the deflection actually turns it into a good opportunity for the moving Lancaster. A flick of the left foot, just trying to steer it into the far corner, I presume. Fraction too heavy.
Headed away by Burrell, seized upon by Hutchinson, who's continued his run forward here, and he'll have time to measure across. In it comes now. And a chance at the back post for Lancaster. Heavy deflection on it, and it only just took it wide.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much Evans knows about this at the far post for Harrogate. Once more, Hutchinson with a brilliant bit of approach play. That's two perfect deliveries off his left foot. Lancaster, you can see from his reaction, golden chance, feels he's going to score.
Corner, which is worked short to Sanders. O'Reilly. Lancaster whips one towards the far post. And it had James Belshaw scrambling.
Well, it's incredible judgment if the goalkeeper's left that, because that is inches away. Loads of whip on it. Not going to expect him to score from that type of distance. I do think the goalkeeper's probably aware that's going to miss. Just playing with us.
Smith showing energy and urgency. Evans into Conor McElhaney. Now Fox. McElhaney again. Tried to play it into Bennett, had a very obvious ball onto his right-hand side, and now March with an opportunity here. Perhaps Josh March lining it up, slams it into the side netting.
Splits the two Harrogate defenders, and then Josh March, I think, just has to wait for support there. Angle against him, tiring legs, takes it on in his desperation to score against his old club. Wrong option, I think.
Billington, neat ball forwards to find Lancaster. Looking to work away inside. Looking to hold off Fox. It's still Lancaster. Can he get a strike away? Lovely fast feet inside the box, and now an opportunity here. Cleared off the line. Brilliant piece of defending by Anthony O'Connor. Lancaster, Evans breathing down his neck, and he does well to work it out to the left-hand side. Is this an opportunity for Crewe here? He's going to go all the way himself! It is a fabulous goal! And it's one which may well win the night for Crewe Alexandra. Max Sanders with a moment of magic. With just over 3 minutes left to play, he just kept on going. And he found a fabulous strike to beat James Belshaw. It is a moment worthy of winning a game.
Well, we've seen a couple of quite exquisite finishes from Crewe Alexandra this evening, and he just takes it upon himself to drive. It's cut off to go left to Hutchinson. I think Morris is back there in close proximity with him, and a little nick which takes it spinning away from Belshaw. Measures it, and it's O'Connor so often in the way for Harrogate. As the last line, it's his touch that takes it away from the despairing dive of the goalkeeper. So unfortunate, but credit Sanders.
Can Harrogate find a response? Not much time left for them. It's the curse of Crewe going to hang over Harrogate once again. Crewe fans pleading for a full-time whistle to come, headed on by Morris. Hutchinson, and he's got time here, he's just going to allow that one to run out of play, and that surely will be that here this evening. Final thoughts on what you've seen here tonight, Sam Parkin? Crewe propel themselves into the playoff places, storming up the table from 12th to 5th, courtesy of Max Sanders' strike, which came with just 3 minutes left to play. A brilliant response from Lee Bell's side after they fell behind so early in the night, as they win by 2-1.